So it's a fine, lovely -20 day with a 5-degree wind chill here in central Alberta, Canada. This is a video I figured I had to shoot pretty quick. This is an answer to 7 questions, and I was tagged by the Emporium. So here we go. I'm Dean, and this is the Alberta Bushcrafter channel. So I'm not kidding, I may have to be fast about this. I've frozen one camera battery already. Keep them in your pockets, by the way, inside. That's a good idea. But, so, let's start answering these questions. First off, sorry I didn't quite have an intro like Mark Young, Shunpike Bushcraft, who came in on snowshoes, and not like Carly at the last Grown Up in the Woods, who was shooting hers in a Quincy. Don't have time to build a Quincy, and one of my poles for my snowshoes jammed. Otherwise I would have done that. So I was testing out this gear anyways today. This is a 2-year-old suit. It's mossy oak snow, so it's fun. I think there's some real tree snow camo in there too, but yeah, whatever. I thought it'd be cool to see if you guys could see how well it works, and well, I don't know. I didn't have a chance to look at the video myself, so we'll see how it turns out in the edit. Anyways, I was tagged by the Emporium, and that's great. So here's the answers to those questions. Well, I was in the outdoors. I've been in the outdoors person for 40 years. The 90s were pretty lean, but during that time I spent a year backpacking through Europe. Did some solo camping as young as 15, and always had some okay gear, but I kind of left it off until the year 2000, and I started going out again and learned that basically everything had changed. The backpacks had changed, the tents had changed, the whole world had changed. So I had to gear up again, although I do have some original pieces from back in like 1986. And yeah, so I had another 2008, I moved out here to the country. That really let me start focusing on this rather than, you know, drunken campouts with your so-called buddies. Not so much fun after all. So yeah, I had to do a lot of DIY work out here, and I'm learning woodcraft as I go because right behind me is a big forest, so I figured why not. 2008 to 12 was pretty lean because I had working 2 jobs. But 2012, started a new day job, and that's when I started watching YouTube videos myself. Guys like Dave Canterbury, who I still really do respect. I like his stuff, especially some of his new videos. Watched a bit of Survival Lily, didn't really like it that much. And the other thing was, I did see a lot of decent bushcraft videos, but I thought, what could I contribute to this? Because I saw people making, you know, outright mistakes. I also saw people sort of falling into the mold of you're a Ray Mears guy or you're a Dave Canterbury guy, and you know what? I think they all have merit. So after a bit, I had a little handy cam, and I decided to start doing it myself. Yeah, just decided to get into it, and so far it's been pretty good. So when did I start the channel? I started it on Canada Day, so July 1st, 2014. Within a year, I had 287 subscribers, and that was good because most channels, you're lucky if you get 100 in the first year. 9 months after that, I had 1,000 subscribers, and my 2-year anniversary is coming up. And I am now at 2,240 subscribers as of right now. So, I mean, I'm glad you guys like it. I came up with the Alberta Bushcrafter name, well, because I was a big fan of Morris Kohansky's Northern Bushcraft. I bought that book about 6 months after it came out. And I live in the province of Alberta up in Canada, so Alberta Bushcrafter. I did give it a lot of thought though. Well, a little bit of a backstory here. Coming out of about 1990, I was a musician. I actually picked up a harmonica and did some singing, and I was a musician for 17 years. And one of my best guitar players, one of my favorite guys to work with, he and I did a lot of work together. He had a house gig at a pub downtown, and he said, you know, I even asked him the same question, how long are you going to be in music? He said, till it stops being fun. So I'd imagine, you know, if I go out feet first, that's going to be no fun anymore too, but that's my answer. Until it stops being fun. Yes, I make my own thumbnails such as they are. I used orange because it stands out really well against the green, because I'm usually shooting against a green backdrop, except right now. And I only use Paint, believe it or not. Microsoft Paint, Windows 10 edition for this. I do use GIMP sometimes, but I'm still learning it. You'll find a lot of my older videos don't have thumbnails, and, well, most do now. I am changing that. I want to thank David Walsh Online and Roberto Blake for tips on that. Yes, I do my own intros and outros. I actually, the original logo was done by a guy named Chad Collins. He's now Chad's Outdoor Life, I believe. We don't talk much anymore. But on top of that, the song was when I was a musician. There's a guy named Andrew Ibanez, and we traded CDs once at a gig back in 2002, so I fired him a note and said, can I use this song? And he said, yeah, absolutely. So I do the intros and outros myself, and you'll see them change as things go along as well. I want to thank again those two guys, Roberto Blake and David Walsh Online. Especially David Walsh Online. He's sort of got a format, a formula for doing videos that it's not one of these can't miss things, but it's a good little formula, and I stick to it. I like it. All right, question 7 is the interesting one. Because it's probably the longest answer I've got. I am a bit of a gearhead, if you know, and I'm an IT guy now as well, so there we go. That musician stuff was always the sideline. I've always been in IT for over 20 years. So I started out with the simple Sony Handycam. I'll have the model number down there, but I don't even remember it. And a thing had no external mic. It was just on-camera mic. So my first almost year of videos was from that. I had a little iPhone 4 as well I used. The camera had a hard drive. Makes me wonder how it worked now, but it was tough to get batteries. I was going to switch in 2015 to a GoPro 4, but unfortunately the stores I was at, thank you Best Buy and Future Shop, I need a camera with an external mic. Simple as that, because I either use a little lapel mic or the shotgun mic that's on the camera. So GoPro had the camera. It was a decent price because it was Black Friday, but they didn't have the little audio dongle, and I couldn't wait for it. So I now have the same camera as Mark Young. I've got a Canon, what is it? Vixia HF R500, and several SD cards, and of course 3 spare batteries, which I hope I don't go through this one right now. What else? That's my setup. Tripod is now an Optex T265, and I got a little Gorilla Pod and a few others like that too. Let's see what else. Microphones. I have an Asden Pro. It's a little lapel mic. It's wireless. It's great, but it's only one channel, so I've just worked it out and made it work. Got a few extra parts. I'll be using that again this year. And let's see what else. My see, my brain's freezing here. My shotgun mic. I didn't have enough money for a Rode, so this is actually just a Optica shotgun mic. It cost me about $60, and it's decent. It does an okay job, and it also comes with one of those pop screens on it, one of the wind guards. I'm sorry, but if you guys know me, I'm not calling it a dead cat ever. And let's see what else. new HP dual core laptop, and I'm using Cyberlink Power Director 13 right now. It was the Pro, not the Ultimate. I keep getting requests to, if you want, for 90 bucks you can upgrade to 15 Ultimate, and I just might do that. It's got some neat features. But that's it for gear. There's a fair bit. So stay tuned. I'm going to give you my shout outs because the battery's dying again. So these are my 3 tags for the video. First one is D over at Multi-Tool School. He's got some amazing videos on Leatherman and other tools like that. Second is Jeep over at EconoChallenge because, well, he was one of the first channels I ever subscribed to. And third, some excellent videos on Mora knives and axes and so on. This is David over at High Carbon Steel Love. So those are my 3 tags. Oh, and you guys may have noticed I actually have some voiceover gear as well. I forgot to mention that. It's an old soundboard with a USB output that hooks right into my laptop and works great with the software. And I've just got a decent stage mic I'm using. So you'll find it works. So that's another piece of gear I use. So I hope this has been enjoyable. Thank you guys for putting up with me. I'm Dean. This is the Alberta Bushcrafter channel. And I want to say thanks for watching. Like, share, comment nicely, and subscribe. Take care. And good day. I'm going inside because there's parts of me I currently can't feel. Thanks again.